What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Sports. And the Phillies, they get themselves a win in Game 2 of this series against the Atlanta Braves. Who would have thought? Who would have thought with Taijuan Walker on the mound going 6 2/3 innings, only giving up 3 runs, and the Phillies actually had some timely hits in this ball game. Bullpen comes up huge for you. Matt Strom, I thought, was really good. Yeah, did he give up a home run in that 8th inning? Yeah, he did. But I thought he was pretty solid. Did Craig Kimbrel, make it a little bit scary and, getting it to Ronald Acuna? Yeah, he did a little bit. But at the end of the day, he got the save, and it was his 400th career save, which is nice to see. And yeah, you get yourself a win. After losing yesterday with Nola looking completely terrible, you come into today's game. Offensively, wasn't the best to start off with runners in scoring position, but as the game went along, you got more timely hits because you just, the Braves were just gifting you chances the entire damn night, honestly. They were just giving you chances all night. So many walks in this game. I believe the Phillies walked like 7 8 times in this game. And at that point, when the opposing team is giving you that many free bases, you got to take advantage of it. You got to take advantage of every single opportunity that the Braves are going to give you. And hey, did the Phillies possibly benefit from maybe a running blunder by the Atlanta Braves with Marcell Ozuna being stupid over at third base? Should be scoring on a ground to the first base. He doesn't. He gets caught in between. Alec Bohm makes a nice throw over there, and he doubles him up. And instead of I believe it would have been a 1-0 Atlanta lead at that time, and possibly a big inning for them, it turned out to be 0 runs because of Marcell Ozuna's very dumb blunder. So possibly that came back to haunt the Braves for the rest of the game. And overall, like I said, you just got timely hits. And overall, I thought Taijuan Walker was solid, but he was also getting, hit around a little bit very hard in this game. Definitely. Caught some breaks, too, because, there was a hard hit from Austin Riley that I thought was going to the moon. I thought it was going to the moon. It somehow died right at the warning track. I have no idea how it did that. I have no idea how in hell that happened. I just don't understand it at all. It doesn't make sense, in my opinion. I have no idea how that ball died. I guess it's just the way the winds were blowing in this game. And also, I believe for that Marcell Ozuna situation, you got to give a lot of credit to Bryson Stott, too, because when Eddie Rosario hit that double to get Ozuna over to third base, Bryson Stott made a really good play because Nick Castellanos played it very poorly off the wall because I believe he thought it was going out. He played it, Bryson Stott backed him up great. He ran in the right field, grabbed the ball, threw it into the infield to prevent Ozuna from scoring, even though Ozuna is not that great of a runner regardless. But, it was a good play by Bryson Stott. And overall, Bryson Stott's very fun to watch at the plate. Dude drags out the count as long as possible, gets on base 2 times with walks, and also gets 2 singles in this game. He steals the bases 3 times. Dude is active on the base paths. Darno had no chance of throwing him out each time Bryson Stott was out there on the base paths. A couple of wild pitches also helped Bryson Stott's case as well. But overall, Bryson Stott was very fun to watch today. And Trey Turner actually came up clutch with an RBI hit. It was his best at bat the entire season. He was working the count. He was fouling a lot of pitches off, fighting in the count. And he actually made hard, solid contact the other way for a single. Power the other way, gets it into the gap. He gets a double. It scores Bryson Stott. Where was that the entire year, Trey? Where has that been? Every goddamn day, I feel like it's 0 for 5, 0 for 5, 0 for 5, 50,000 strikeouts. You're always down 0-2 in the count. No, he was actually working the count. He was fighting off pitches. So that was a nice, pleasant surprise. You get Brandon Marsh coming up clutch with the bases loaded. Alec Bohm getting some extra base hits. Getting some insurance runs with Bryce Harper getting a sac fly. And basically all is well. And it's very nice to see. Phillies get themselves a 6-4 victory down in Atlanta to split the first 2 games of this 4-game set. You're going to have Zack Wheeler on the bump tomorrow to possibly at least split the series. I know a lot of people coming into this series were saying win 3 of 4. 4-game series, especially with the way you've been very inconsistent this year. I'm just asking for a split down in Atlanta, especially going up against a division rival. Sweeping a series was going to be hard regardless. Winning a series against this Braves team is going to be hard regardless as well. So I say getting a split right now is probably the most important thing. You got to win tomorrow with Zack Wheeler on the bump. And we need a good version of Zack Wheeler tomorrow, not what he had against the Arizona Diamondbacks in his last outing. So hopefully we can get the complete opposite of what Aaron Nola was yesterday. We get a dominant Zack Wheeler that can give you 7 innings of at least maybe 7+ strikeouts and 0 or 1 earned run allowed. That would be very nice. You are going up against Charlie Morton tomorrow. It's very iffy when you play against Morton, because there are some games where he can dominate you and some days where you can rough him up. I'm sure he remembers the NLDS Game 4 where you roughed him up and he had to leave the game early because he took that liner from Alec Boehm. Then Brandon Marsh hits the 3-run shot off of him. The entire Citizens Bank Park goes electric during that game. I'm sure he's going to be, thinking of a lot of stuff there. But, yeah, tomorrow with Zack Wheeler on the bump, it's probably your best case to get another win in this series, because Sunday, you're going up against Spencer Strider, and we still don't know who's going to be pitching in that game. It's most likely going to be Dylan Covey, but I have no idea. I doubt they're going to call up Bailey Falter for anything. They're not going to call up anyone else. I know a lot of people on the social media verse are talking about Mick Abel's game down in Double-A in Reading, where he struck out a lot of guys, topping 100 on pitches, which is very nice to see. I don't think Mick Abel is ready yet. I don't think he's anywhere close to being ready. We all knew when they drafted him he was going to be a project type of pitcher. So he's going to take a little bit more time. I do think Griff McGarry, though, they're stretching him out down in Double or Triple-A, and I believe Griff McGarry is probably going to be the next guy called up for the rotation. That's what I believe at this point, but that's still a long ways away because I have no idea how much longer McGarry's going to need. But yeah, would be nice to have a solidified 5th starter for the time being, but right now we don't. We definitely don't. But hey, I don't want to harp on the negatives right now because you got yourself a win, which is nice to see, against the Atlanta Braves. You got some timely hits, you got some timely pitching, you got timely everything in this game, which is good. And that's all you can ask for. Bounce back from yesterday. Offense does look a lot more, locked in these first 2 games in Atlanta. They're definitely taking a lot more pitches. They're fighting in the count. They're, forcing the Braves pitchers to work. Granted, the first 2 guys that you're facing in the series are no names, and they're guys with high ERAs down in the minor leagues. The Braves are dealing with issues with their starting rotation in terms of injury problems. So that's the reason for, even though their bullpen right now isn't the strongest, they got a lot of guys in that bullpen with an above 3 ERA. So you can take advantage of that. But still, offensively, you've looked a little bit more locked in these first 2 games, which I do like to see. I just want to see, more consistently. I love what I saw from Bryson Stott. I've loved what I've seen from Alec Boehm these first 2 games. Brandon Marsh as well. Bryce Harper, getting a sac fly in there. Definitely didn't get a hit today, but, getting that sac fly is always, manufacturing runs. Nick Castellanos with the triple in this ball game, scored a couple of runs. I have no idea how that ball didn't go out. It was the same thing as Austin Riley's, fly out. I don't know how Austin Riley's didn't go out. I don't know how Nick Castellanos didn't go out. Both of those balls were crushed. For the worst of Nick Castellanos, it hit the goddamn brick wall out there in right field. A couple of more feet to the left than the bullpen. So that was just a bit unlucky. Same thing for Austin Riley. I think the wind kept that in, regardless of how hard he hit it. So that kind of, was weird. It was just weird overall. But you did see Michael Harris go deep, and I didn't like seeing that because he is a guy that's really struggling this year. That was only his 2nd home run. And I'm just like, you're struggling with the 8 and 9 hole hitters, man. Come on, Taiwan. Come on, man. And it was like, for once, after the Phillies scored a run in an inning, you got a shutdown inning. But in the very next inning, you allowed them to score and take the lead. So it was just like one of those, we got a little bit of for fresh air there. Oh, no, never mind. Punch in the dick. Punch in the dick. But overall, I'm not going to harp on Walker too much. He gave you some good innings. He ate innings up for you. Even though he did get hit around a lot, he allowed 10 hits in this ball game. He was getting the benefit of luck in this game. Get hard hit around, but overall, I feel like besides that game against San Francisco, he has been more solid than not lately. But still, I'm keeping it on an even keel with him because you never know what you're going to get from Taijuan Walker because you don't know when he's going to lose that location in the strike zone with his command, with his fastball. So yeah, it's a bit of a, got to be cautious when you're watching Taijuan Walker. So, yeah. It was also nice seeing Craig Kimbrel get his 400th save of his career. And it also, I guess, works wonders because it comes against the team that he started his major league career with the Atlanta Braves. You see his father in the stands and all that stuff. So it was a nice, time to see it. And, the umpiring today, though, was goddamn atrocious. Watching that goddamn strike zone was just, my God. Are you kidding me with that strike zone? Seriously, it was so yay wide, and there were certain parts in the ball game where pitches in the same location, one's called a ball, one's called a strike, the pitch is all the way up here, it's called a strike, the pitch is right down the middle, it's called a ball. I have no idea what's going on this entire game with this goddamn umpiring crew. It's happened on both sides. Both sides. So, I don't know. Back to Craig Kimbrel, though. It was nice to see. He's been a breath of fresh air this year. I feel like he's been more good than not. I feel like his ERA is kind of skewed because, when he allows runs, it's kind of like the Greg Soto situation where when he's really good, he's dominant, but then when he's off his game, he's allowing runs in bunches in the same game. So that's why his ERA looks a little bit skewed. But overall, I think Craig Kimbrel has been a nice fresh breath of air in the back of that bullpen, a nice veteran presence. So, working wonders for you back there. When he gets the call, he's been more good than not this year. Which is, it doesn't look like that from his numbers with his ERA. But I feel like, more than not, he has been solid for you. So, looking at, the layout of this game, we go to the top of the third inning. This is where the runs start. Bryson Stott, Trey Turner, they work 2 walks in this game. And then Nick Castellanos absolutely crushes a ball to right center field. Somehow didn't get over the wall. Hits the top of the wall, scores 2 runs. He gets a triple out of it. Phillies go up 2-0. You actually get a shutdown inning in the third. You do nothing in the fourth. And then bottom of the fourth inning, after a Travis d'Arnaud double, and then the Ozuna reaches in on an infield single or a fielder's choice. Michael Harris, or actually, this is the entire situation where the Rosario, I'm so confused right here. Sacrifice fly by Rosario. I'm trying to think of when that entire Ozuna thing happened. Okay, it was the bottom of the second inning. Ozuna singles, Rosario doubles, Albies grounds out into a double play. That's when Ozuna had the stupid get caught in between third base. That's when it happened. I was looking for that, and I got confused. It happened in the second inning, not the bottom of the fourth. Rosario hit the sac fly in the fourth, scores a run, becomes a 2-1 ball game there. Top 5, Phillies go down 1-2-3. Bottom 5th, after a leadoff single by Arcia on an 0-2 count. Harris goes deep the other way on a hanging splitter. Braves take the lead. Top of the 6th inning, Phillies respond. Bryce Harper leads off with a walk. Nick Castellanos grounds into a fielder's choice. Schwarber pops up on the first pitch. 2 outs here. They go to the bullpen. JT Realmuto works a long at bat, 7 pitches, earns a walk. Same thing with Alec Bohm, earns a walk on a 3-2 count. And then here comes Brandon Marsh. Got an automatic ball because of the pitch clock violation from the pitcher. 1-1 count. Singles the other way through the hole. 2-run score. Phillies retake the lead at 4-3. Bottom of the 6th inning. Taijuan Walker allows a leadoff single, but then eventually gets out of the inning. You also got JT Realmuto with a nice throw out to second base, catching Rosario there. Go top of the 7th. Phillies add on to their lead. Bryson Stott, another single. He then steals second base. And then in turn, Trey Turner works off a very long at bat, 9 pitches, fouls off a ton of it, 3-2 count, hits the ball the other way, double, scores Bryson Stott. It's a 5-3 ball game. Wild pitch during the Bryce Harper at bat, moves Turner over to third base. Bryce Harper hits the sac fly, scores Trey Turner. Manufacture runs right there. Nick Castellanos gets a single, Schwarber walks, but then the Phillies weren't able to cash in any more runs there. Taijuan Walker comes in for the 7th, gets 1 out, then allows a couple of singles, gets Acuna to fly out. Phillies go to the bullpen for Matt Strum, to face Matt Olson. He gets in the ground out. Top of the 8th, Phillies don't do anything after a Bryson Stott 2-out walk. He does steal second again, so he was all over the place today stealing bases. Bottom of the 8th, Matt Strum comes back out there, strikes out Austin Riley, gets d'Arnaud to pop up allows a home run to Ozuna. I hate Marcell Ozuna. He's the biggest hate the face in the goddamn league. 6-4 ball game. But then Strom gets out of it, gets Pilar to fly out. Top of the ninth, Phillies don't do anything there. Kimbrel comes out for the ninth, gets the first 2 outs, walks Harris on, an at-bat where the umpire really screwed over Kimbrel there. And then Acuna grounds out on a 3-2 count. It was a long at-bat, but Kimbrel won the battle. Phillies get the win. He gets his 400 career save. Lineup today, Bryson Stott was fantastic. 2 for 3 with 2 walks and 3 stolen bases, so he was all over the place today. Fantastic. I love it. Getting that average back up to 294, so Bryson Stott's getting hot again. It's a nice, it's nice when Stott's getting hot because, him being in that leadoff spot, the way he commands the plate, the way he takes pitches, the way he works at bats out, works the count, finds ways to get on base. He's been really good up there in the leadoff spot. I really loved what I've seen from Bryson Stott. Trey Turner, 1 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. I guess it steps in the right direction for Trey Turner. Had that nice long at bat there, which got the RBI double. He also worked a walk. So, like I said, baby steps. Bryce Harper over 3, but he did get the sacrifice fly, and he also worked the walk. Nick Castellanos 2 for 5 with the 2-run triple. Kyle Schwarber over 4. JT over 3 with a walk. Alec Boehm 1 for 3. Brandon Marsh 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And Josh Harrison, who was completely useless at the plate, he went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Phillies in the runners in scoring position, they went 3 for 13, but they got timely hits. Sack flies, hits with guys on first base, walks aplenty, errors, and all that stuff. So, like I said, timely hits. That's all that matters. The Braves went 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position, too. Taijuan Walker today, 6 2/3, 10 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout on 85 pitches. He battled. He ate innings for you. That's all that matters there. Matt Strom ate the last of the 7th and ate the entire 8th inning for you on 19 pitches, 1 in the 3rd innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, which was a home run, and 1 strikeout. Craig Kimbrel, he allowed the walk, but he got out of his situation on 22 pitches. So, overall, no harm, no done there. Nice to see. It was nice to see. You got yourself a win under your belt, and that's all that matters there. That's all you can ask for. All you can ask for. Seeing Craig Kimbrel get his 400th career save, which was nice. Trying to see if there's anything else. Anything else here? Don't think there is. Don't think there is. No. Seeing all the highlights for Craig Kimbrel's 400 career save. Everyone's showing it. Okay, Kimbrel getting the little bit of the ice bath in the post-game interview, which is nice to see. Seeing his family excited. And yeah, just overall. You bounce back from last night, and that's the most important thing there. I was very upset with last night. But remember I did say that if the Phillies won today, I would be back on the blind faith and optimism train. And then tomorrow, if they lose, I'll be back on the pissed and everything's done train. That's, how I work. That's the course of the 162 there. So, it's all that matters. It's all that matters. So, don't think there's anything else to talk about today. It's been gonna be a long weekend with this team, a long stretch here. So, Memorial Day weekend, putting some recaps up every day. It's gonna be a weird week. It's gonna be a weird weekend. But hey, you got yourself a win. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Now we can sleep happily. We could sleep happily. Look at some of you guys in the chat here before we close it down for tonight. It was really cool to see Kimbrel save and to see his family and his dad, definitely. Chris Kaysen, how you doing? Congrats on the W tonight against the Braves. So far, pretty good games against division rivals. Best of luck and play ball. I appreciate that, Chris. The best of luck to you. Corey, is it safe to enjoy baseball again? Take it with a grain of, well, I wouldn't say a grain of salt. Take it day by day. Day by day. That's all I'll say. This has to be one of the most frustrating Phillies teams in years, no doubt, but it is nice to get a W. I still don't like Kimbrel's weird scarecrow stare down before he pitches, but man, what a career he has had so far and excited for more success. I love the stupid stance that he does. Every time I'm watching him, I gotta imitate the stance. You gotta do it when you're watching it because maybe it brings a little bit of good mojo in there. You gotta do the stance. You gotta do the stance here. You gotta do a little shimmy right here. You gotta make the pitchers a little bit. You gotta show that you have your back. Gotta show you have the team's back. You got Craig's back there. Gotta do a little bit of the thing there. The stupid stance. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. So, yeah. Got to show Craig that you believe in him. That's what I do. That's what I do. But that is going to do it for tonight, everybody. It was a bit of a quick hitter, but it's getting close to late at night here, almost 1 o'clock. I got some other work to do for editing purposes and all that crap. So I appreciate everyone here that joins the stream as always. Phillies got themselves a win. Let's see if they can win tomorrow with Zack Wheeler on the bump. He is going to be going up against Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton is 5-4 with a 3.61 ERA. Going to be a tough game tomorrow, but I believe we can get a good outing from Zack Wheeler. I just have that itch. I don't know why, but I do. So, that'll wrap it up for tonight. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to check out everything in the description. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Does me a great deal of service. Join the TTP Sports family. Also use the code TTP Sports, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Don't pass it up. Thank you once again for joining tonight, everybody.